Hi, everyone. Happy to see some familiar new faces here. Welcome to the, I guess, second annual bot pop-up and pitch competition. This is a competition to really showcase and highlight a lot of the hard work that's being done in the Central Florida area. And we're happy to be able to just give you an appetizer of what we're looking to offer using the bot startup program. So this is just going to be a teaser. This is going to be kind of a taste of what we should have coming forward. So looking forward to hearing and really getting enlightened by a lot of these founders, and congratulations for making the final role. My name is Joel Francois. I am I'm going to be the moderator here today. I am a founder myself. I'm also going to have my co-host, Sophia Porter. Sophia, if you're around, say hello. So just got to give you some background and introduce you to me. My name is Joel Francois, like I mentioned. I am a founder as well. I'm the founder of a company called Helios Power. And Helios, what we do is that we use AI and machine learning to really help nurses discover specialties just based on their personalities. Our mission really is to address and tackle the retention problem in healthcare and provide nurses with a lot more opportunities that really match who they are. I am also co-founder of KoFound. KoFound is going to be a partner with Bot with the startup program. And what KoFound is simply is KoFound is a real-time peer-to-peer venture studio. Our mission with KoFound is to really identify, locate, we want to support, and we want to showcase a lot of founders of tech-enabled companies that have traditionally been underrepresented. So we're really happy that we're able to roll out this program in partnership with Bot. And again, there's a lot that's going to be happening, and I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you. So I'm also now going to pass it to Sophia so she can introduce herself. Sophia's not okay. Well, what we can do now is, Sophia, you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey guys, so I'm Sophia Porter. I work as a co-lead in marketing for Bot, and I'm very excited to be here. And I'm so excited to see all the great pitches. And of course, I'm just so excited that we have such a great judge board on here that's going to be really doing some great evaluations and really just going to champion the whole night away. So yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about Bot and what we're doing, we have amazing events that go out throughout the year that is around the Orlando tech space. Please reach out to me or reach out on our social media and our email. And we're just so happy to get back to you and get you just involved in everything that we're doing today and throughout the year.
So right now we're going to jump in and we're going to introduce our judges. So these are going to be the judges that are going to make the final decisions in terms of our winners. So we're going to start with let's start with Kathleen Francois. Great last name. Kathleen, you want to jump in and just tell us a little bit about you and what you do?
Absolutely. Hi, thank you so much. Well, I truly appreciate that. And you're right, correct. Great last name. We have the same last name, but no relation. But
oh yeah, I didn't realize that.
So my name is Kathleen Francois, and I work as an operating partner for Chloe Capital. And Chloe Capital, we're based in Ithaca, New York, and we're a venture fund that focuses and invests in female founders. So we invest in female founders that are building tech-enabled companies. So the sectors that we're passionate about is healthcare, education, and climate tech, but it has to be via a SaaS platform or marketplace. And we typically put check sizes of between 100K to 250K, and we'll do follow-on investment of up to $1 million. So I'm really excited to be here. And of course, we have some relations to Bot as well, helping Bot behind the scenes. So I'm very excited for Bot and what we're doing and what we're going to be doing through the startup track through KoFound. So that's very exciting to be. And honestly, I'm just really excited to hear these amazing pitches and really help support the, entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Orlando. So really excited to see the businesses, and that's it for me.
Thank you, Kathleen. So let's move on to Dawn. Dawn, why don't you tell us a bit more about you and what you do?
Yes, hi everybody. I'm really honoured to be here. Joelle, it's lovely to see you again, and Kat and Jehu. This is fun to work together and collaborate. So I'm the CEO of Stardust Studio. We are Central Florida's only non-profit early stage tech startup accelerator, and we work with founders from the early stages of I have an idea and I don't know what to do with it, through building the framework of a sustainable business with a validated business model, through to pre-seed, where we help founders get ready for investment conversations. So three different programs. We bring in a lot of subject matter experts. We offer one-on-one coaching and access to the resources throughout the Central Florida tech and innovation ecosystem.
Thanks, Don. Great meeting you as well. Looking forward to a lot of the collaborations between us and Bot. And again, as everybody can see, this is going to be a collaborative effort. So we're looking forward to adding a lot of partners that are already doing great work within the Central Florida space. And we're going to then introduce our third judge.
You ready for me?
Ready for you, Kyrie.
All right, great. Nice to meet you guys. My name is Kyrie Smith. I am a venture capital and general corporate attorney. I've been practicing for around 7 years, representing primarily tech companies and venture capital funds and general corporate transactions and venture capital deals. So I started out at a firm called Fenwick & West doing the work. Then I transitioned to a firm called Gunderson Detmer. And now I'm actually in-house at a company called Arrow, where I lead the legal department. And it is a semi-private jet company that is out of the venture studio. And I'm enjoying that work, and I'm happy to be here to contribute.
We're happy to have you, Kyrie. Looking forward to hearing more about Arrow, because I am a lot of interest in aircraft as well. So a lot of VTOL stuff is really interesting. So happy to have a good amount of diversity on the panel as well. So I just kind of want to give everybody a sense of what we have to look forward to. So just to kind of give you a quick agenda, it's going to be that we're going to have today we're going to have 6 founders participate. They're going to have 3 minutes to participate, and the judges are going to be able to go through a Q&A with them for about 5 minutes or so. After everybody presents, we're going to then have a quick intermission for about 10 minutes or so, where the judges are going to deliberate. The judges have the same scorecards, and so they're going to be able to compare notes and kind of decide who's going to be our winners. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about BOT, so that you guys and girls can get a sense of what BOT is and who we are and what we're looking to do. Then from there, we're going to go into a little Q&A as well during the intermission. So you can ask us some questions in terms of, again, trying to get a sense of what we have looking forward to do. And after that, that's basically it. Again, the idea is that this is an introduction. The idea is that we want to get to know, like, and trust each other. And we also want to really highlight and spotlight and provide access to resources, to people, to connections, to the tech community here in Central Florida. So there's a lot coming around the corner, a lot of surprises, a lot of really unique approaches. So it's really important and imperative, to be quite honest, that you show up, that you participate, that you get on our mailing list, because there's a lot of value that we're going to provide. And just just real talk, though, we have your back. This is what we're here for. You're not alone. We know it's a lot of work to be able to build scalable companies from your home, from your basement, from your apartment, and let you know that we appreciate what you're doing, and we have your back. So again, looking forward to meet a lot of people, everybody, and feel free to reach out in the meantime if there's any questions, anything that we can help with as well. So I guess we're gonna kind of jump in. So our first presenter, Sophia, is there anything that you want to add, or am I jumping the gun a little bit?
No, you're fine. Let's go ahead and get started. Just to reiterate the rules just one more time. So we are giving everyone that are pitching 3 minutes. So we'll give you just a moment when you get called up to, if you want to get your slides uploaded, all you do is hit that present button, and I'll put your slide on there where you're able to control it yourself. Okay. And then I'll have a timer manual set for 3 minutes. So once I hit start, you get to go. And then after that point, the 3 minutes are up, and then there's a 5-minute Q&A evaluation with the judges, them asking you questions in regards to your pitch. Okay. Did anyone have questions? We're all good to go? All righty. So we're going to go ahead and get started with ROI Finder. So I'm going to get you up here first. Just give me a moment.
Name is Hussein Jaffer, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
You, Jaffer sounds better than Jaffer. So however you want, but no, it's Jaffer, but thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Do you have?
So I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. There we go. So it's just uploading the deck right now.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to add it to the stream for you. And then I'm jumping off, and it'll just be you, okay?
All right. Let me know when to start. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Hussein, and I'm the founder and CEO of ROI Finder. So about 9 years ago, I became a real estate agent focusing on investors and an investor myself. And over the last 9 years, I realized that the questions I've been asked, the phone calls I've received around investing in real estate haven't changed. And although that may make me the market expert for those people, those potential would-be current investors, I realize that there's a lack of information out there. And that's the problem, is that the path to investing in real estate, it's unclear and challenging. It's fragmented. So if you want to buy a fix and flip or a portfolio or a rental, it's all over the place. There's a lack of data, tools, and education and information out there in order to move forward on a real estate investment. So who does that affect? Well, last year, about 6.5 million people, or about 6.5 million homes were sold in 2022, of which almost 1 million were sold to the investor who buys who owns 1 to 10 properties. But not only that, it affects the new or novice investor and the service providers, the lenders, property managers, wholesalers. In fact, real life example, I have 2 lenders who at any given time can lend $3 to $5 million up to in real estate and have a portfolio of $5 to $10 million. Real stories where they've contacted me and said, Hussein, if you find a good flip, let me know. We'd like to partner with you. And to be very honest, I've partnered with them both on a couple different opportunities because it's tough out there to find real estate, especially investments. So the solution is an online real estate marketplace and platform, which is called ROI Finder. It has all the options to invest in real estate. So your fix and flips, your buy and holds, your portfolios, as well as more importantly, the tools and the data and the information needed in order to move forward, as well as a back-end dashboard where you can oversee your investment. But overall, it gives you the education needed to make that decision in investing in real estate. And education equals a lack of ignorance. So you can make your decisions to move forward. And briefly, I'll touch on the traction that we've had. We launched our beta version last August, and since then we've had an average unique visitor rate of about 2,500 unique visitors a month with very little marketing. We've collected millions of data points where we can see people are clicking and what they're really interested in. And we've created 3 strategic partners. And in about 3 to 4 weeks, we're looking to launch now our newest version, newest iteration where you can subscribe, you can have the back-end investment management and joint venture with other people to invest in real estate altogether through one easy, simple, and informational platform called ROI Finder. I appreciate the opportunity. I look forward to your questions. Thank you.
Perfect. Can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Thank you.
Thank you. So just to get a better understanding, so I just want to make sure, so is your market right now just currently Central Florida, or is it all of Florida? Okay.
Yeah, currently we're focusing on Central Florida, Tampa, Orlando, that I-4 corridor type.
Okay. And then where do you see it going? What would be the next state you would be going after?
The next state?
Mm-hmm.
So the goal, so we want to start this kind of like organic reach, right? Where you've got the Tampa, Orlando market, and then we hit the Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Jacksonville. After which, concentrating on those areas which are the most investable right now, which you're looking at Texas, you're looking at, which is Houston, San Antonio, Dallas. And then, so you've got Florida covered, you've got Texas covered, and then we're looking to expand to other states accordingly. But the plan for the next couple of years is how do we expand within Florida? this platform so that it's easily accessible to everybody, and then go to maybe the Texas market. But the beauty is that it's, I'm thinking of the word, but you can easily copy this model for the different states because it's already established in other states. So we'll see at that point what's the most viable solution to go to.
Okay,
Thank
so Hussein, I saw on one of the slides that your business model is a subscription model. Can you just share a little bit about how you are intending to make money?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a subscription model where there's going to be a few different tiers for investors and the service providers, all kind of in one subscription. So you can get the tools and data and information at one level, you know, $19, $29. And then once you want to start networking with others and a joint venture network, which there's nothing out there like this, and you want to fund another property or fund another individual owner, you have the JV network capability where the wholesalers can start pitching in. So that's your next tier of like 39 to 49, which we're still trying to, you know, nail down with our research. And then for the more sophisticated. So if you're like, you know what, I don't really want to get my hands too dirty into real estate investing, but I want to get into a REIT or I want to get into a real estate invested IRA, then you'd have that higher bracket, which we're deciding, you know, at $79 or $89 a month as well. And then there's going to be the other services which we'd offer to property management companies and lenders. But this is the subscription model that we're basing off of.
Hussein, can you talk a little bit about your team?
Yeah, so currently I have, so I've been doing this for, like I said, for about 9 years, and I've been bootstrapping on the way there. I've got a couple of advisors that I'm working with right now that, you know, in the space of, I guess you could say, technology. That's one advisor and partner that we're working with so that we can grow that way. Another part of the team is a wholesaler in real estate and a lender in real estate in the Central Florida region. So guys that have been doing this for 10 plus years that are very familiar with the market over here. And honestly, just guys that I reach out to over the last so many years and saying, how does it look for you on your end in real estate, so that I can get an actual view of what's going on and not just my own opinion. So that's what the team looks like. It's more of advisors right now than myself. We are looking to, so you saw that we have 3 partners on the traction slide, 3 strategic partners. One of those partners is going to be working with us to do our back end dashboard, where you can overview your real estate that you own and become a full-time part of our team.
Okay. So
hopefully the next couple months.
So you're a solo founder?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bootstrapping all the way up.
What are you doing for your tech needs?
So currently, right now, we've you know, I've been through the loop. I'll be very honest, and I'll try and be brief. I've been through the loop of reaching out to others, and I've been through a loop of like using a liaison. And so right now, it's kind of like direct to developers, trying to find the best ones. And that's why I kind of brought on an advisor in the technology side, an advisor who deals in tech, who started up a couple of companies himself, so that I can go to him and say, look, I need your advice. I can't do everything, nor do I know everything. And so what we're doing for our tech needs is using this advisor to say, okay, which way do we go? In fact, he helped immensely when it came to having our newest iteration ready, which we're looking to launch next month.
Okay, and one more question. When did you launch this version?
This current version, last August of 2022.
Okay. And how long have you been working on ROI Finder?
ROI Finder, actively and heavily over the last few years. It was kind of like one of these projects that, I'll be very honest, where I always wanted to do something with it. And I got some great advice to join Starter Studio and some other accelerators, and honestly, very great advice from Don and Bob and those guys over there. And so last year, I joined Starter Studio. I've been working on it for a few years. Last year, I joined Starter Studio, got my head in the game. They helped me get my headspace right. And, you know, been through a couple of pitch competitions with Crummer and the Orlando Innovation League. And so, you know, over this last year, a lot of things have changed.
You guys are timed. All right. Okay, that's a wrap. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks for saying.
All right.
All right. Great job, Hussein. Very competitive field in Florida from what we've seen, you know, because we've talked to a lot of founders there in that space. So, you know, in terms of some of your techniques, that's part of what we're going to be rolling out for founders. So watch this space and participate with Bot, and you'll get some help in that fashion. So great job, everyone, judges. So we're going to move on to the next presenter. And this company is called Evaluate.
Build up. We're on build up. Build up is next. Andrew.
Oh.
You ready, Andrew?
Yes. Hello. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, so you can load your presentation and I'll get that on the board for you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's loading.
Okay. We do encourage everyone in the audience, if you have any questions, please drop them into your chat wherever you are on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we'll be sure to answer them in the chat or later on in Q&A. All right.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, yep, we can see it. I can see it. So I'm going to hit start now, and then I'm scooting myself off the screen, okay? So you have 3 minutes. Ready, set, go.
Hello. Thank you for having me. My name is Andrew Thomas. I am the CEO and co-founder at BuildUp, where our mission is to harness minority spending power, building a Web3 ecosystem, one transaction at a time. So, BuildUp aims to solve the problem of limited support and financial access for Black and minority businesses. Despite their significant contributions to the economy, these businesses often face challenges in securing funding, reaching customers, and sustaining growth. In fact, statistics show that $1 only circulates in the Black community for 6 hours compared to 20 days in the Jewish community and 30 days in the Asian community. Currently, customers who want to support businesses have to rely on, word of mouth, recommendations, local directories, or community networks to discover them. However, these methods have a limited effect in the scope of accessibility without a streamlined way to incentivize support. So at BuildUp, we're creating a Web3 ecosystem where customers have a stake in growing the platform designed to empower users to actively support Black and minority businesses in their community, placing money from rounding up everyday transactions into a digital wallet placed to contribute to their community's economic growth. This is me. Well, I don't know why that went by. They can easily discover small businesses and communities, earn rewards, completing tasks like shopping local, referring to business, leaving reviews, and inviting people to join the platform. While keeping track of their impact. Small business owners can also access capital and borrow from the community's liquidity pool, a win-win ecosystem that promotes economic growth and inclusiveness, one transaction at a time. We just started a $500,000 raise at Safe Note 12.5% at a $5 million valuation, and we hope that you come grow with us. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Okay, so I'm adding in the judges. Okay.
So Andrew, I guess my first question is, where are you starting with this? What is your marketplace?
So our marketplace is small businesses, all small businesses actually. We have every demographic of small business on the platform. We launched in May in Newark, New Jersey. We have 30 businesses already signed up on the platform, and 1,500 businesses that pre-signed, but they are in different states and that are not in our pilot launch city.
Okay. Sorry.
Go ahead, Dawn.
No, please go ahead.
My other question for you was with the small businesses that you're onboarding onto the platform. do they know about the Web3 ecosystem, or are you educating them before you're on board?
That's a great question. We call it, me and my team like to call it Web 2.5. And it's important we're educating them at the same time of the importance of Web3 and being able to look at other verticals for their business. So yes, we're doing the same. Right now, we're not fully Web3 yet because we want to gradually get businesses to see how easy it is to make a transaction digitally and then be able to move from there.
And I just want to make sure I understand. Maybe I hope I am understanding this correctly. So you have this platform, and then you're going to onboard the businesses onto the platform, in which you're also onboarding shoppers on the platform as well to shop. Yes. And then once they actually shop from, so I guess the other thing too. So is there I guess a API integration with your platform with those businesses like web store and everything? Is that how?
Yes,
that's
absolutely. Okay. So just so I can go over just a little bit. So it works similar like Acorns. Whether I'm out shopping at Walmart, Amazon, or my wife is spending money, we're placing a certain percentage that we set into a digital wallet. That money you can only use to spend at a small business in your community or one-to-one, because we have a liquidity lending pool that allows businesses to be able to pull loans from the community that supports them.
And what's the approval process for those loans?
Right now we partner with United Bank in Philadelphia. So we share half a point. We're trying to get it lower than 6% interest. But right now it's at, we share 1 point with the bank, and the rest, the other 5% goes back to the users that contributed on the loan.
Got it. What's your team look like?
So it's myself. I have over 10 years on mobile software development. I built mobile applications called Text Guardian, which was to stop kids from texting and driving. My product manager, VJ, out in Orlando. Nessa Santos, our attorney, is from Orlando. And my CTO, Stephen Bird, he created the PK-zip compression file. He actually sold his first company to McAfee for over $20 million.
So, Andrew, you said that you've got a number of businesses on the platform in North New Jersey. What is the benefit that those businesses have actually seen from being on your platform so far?
So business are seeing an increase of customers that come in to the platform. So Build Up is unique in the way that we're directing customers that might have never thought about entering. So when our users see that, hey, I accumulated, the average user sees about $27 to $60 accumulated in their digital wallet. And then what we do is we also promote the businesses on our platform using influencers. So we use like food influencers for our restaurants. And when they go in there, then they also use Build Up to pay. And we also provide aggregated data analytics, because we have user predictive spending behaviors. So we can do targeted advertisements a little bit more better. So if I'm making purchases and I'm a vegan, I can start businesses who are vegan, like we have Vegan Burger, they can advertise to me. And also they can, in a way, predict when I'm in that area or location.
So when you say that they've seen an increase, what sort of an increase have they actually seen?
In revenue.
Yeah. But what sort? I mean, do you have a range of percentages or numbers?
Right now, out of the 2 months of data, it's about a 28% increase. So yeah, we have about 300 new users that just onboarded in May.
Great, thank you.
Can I ask one more question, Sophia, or is it time?
It's time. Yeah,
that's fine.
Sophia's not having it, kid. Good job, Andrew. I saw you snuck in a little bit past the time there, but it's all good. Again, great job. It's an interesting concept. I was looking at the comments, and there's a lot of interest in terms of the approach. So again, the idea is that there's some refining to do, and keep us in mind and keep BOT in mind in terms of some of the resources that you're going to need to primarily launch this, and also get the metrics analytics that you need. So looking forward to having conversations down the line as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, cool. All right, Sophia, hopefully I don't mess this up this time, right? The next presenter is college driver education. You got it right?
Yes, you got it right. Go ahead and
unmute.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, let me share my screen.
All right.
Okay, I'm choosing entire. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I hit present. There we go. I see something. All righty. So I'm gonna say.
Can everyone see?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know.
Okay, I'm gonna hit start now, and I'm gonna disappear. 1, 2, 3, go.
The American dream of a higher education promises freedom and opportunity for those to create their own future. Unfortunately, for a majority of first-generation low-income students, the current process is a nightmare. Hi, I'm Shantia Lee, and I am founder of College Diver, where we're guiding first-generation low-income students to success. So the higher education system is currently broken, and as a first-generation college student who graduated over 20 years ago, I also struggle with finding the right college, choosing the right major, and struggling in $120,000 in student loan debt. Here we are 20 years later, and 89% of first-generation low-income students are leaving college within 6 years, no degree, and over $50,000 in debt. With my experience of over 10 years as a college admissions expert and my first-generation pathway, I have created a solution called College Diver, where we're ready to solve the problem. So students will have a personalized approach with artificial intelligence where they can create a personalized profile. They can offer predictive matching, where we're matching them to the best fit colleges based on their academic readiness, their cultural preferences, financial capability, and they get to earn rewards through gamification that can actually help them pay college expenses. Right now, the ed tech market is booming along with artificial intelligence, as schools are struggling to keep up with the demand of innovation that students are looking for. With a $107 billion global market, the US market is around $6.3 billion, and we're just looking to tap into 10% of that market. Right now, we offer a SaaS business model platform, and we are generating revenue just this quarter, around $15,000 in revenue. We offer two different pathways where students have a freemium model where they can actually access the platform for free and then pay for those premium models. And then schools will have 3 different tier levels where they have access based on the amount of students and the actual solutions that they want or need for college recruitment. Our go-to-market strategy is based on 3 pillars: sales, marketing, and partnerships. Partnerships has been our greatest component, where we're currently in talks with Common App, which currently serves over 2 million students. And we have a number of great partners in our actual portfolio. We have a phenomenal team. Myself, 10 years of higher ed experience. My CTO, over 22 years, also was a part of the launch with Follett Education, which sold for $1 million. Our data science expert and machine learning expert, and our lead investor, Jeffrey Keith, which invested a $50,000 convertible note in February of 2022. Right now, our current traction, we have about 250 students that are currently expected to onboard in the platform for this school year. You said it's time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, so I'm adding back our judges. Let's see here. All right, and I'm setting the time now for judges for 5 minutes in total. Ready, set, go.
Hi, Shantia.
Hi.
So I want to get a handle on what the solution is. I heard you mention matching prospective students with colleges. I heard you mention earning rewards through gamification. Are those the 2 primary solutions, the matching with the college and helping them pay through earning rewards?
That is correct.
Okay.
And Shantia, how do they earn those rewards, and why would a school want to pay for this solution at the levels that you're talking about for their student body?
Yeah, great question. So first and foremost, they earn rewards through a roadmap. It's based on activities. So as the student completes certain activities, like, hey, I created my profile, I uploaded my resumes, all of the steps are programmed towards helping them submit a competitive college application so that we can actually increase the chances of acceptance. And right now, as you're familiar and everybody is familiar with affirmative action, schools are actually looking for tools that are innovative and how they can actually access a more diverse population while staying in compliance. And so we have seen a lot of feedback where schools are interested in the solution.
Who's paying the rewards? Are the schools agreeing to like scholarships, or is the company paying out cash to these students?
Yeah, so actually the rewards are coming through our community partners. So for example, we partner with nonprofit organizations who are already offering these things, but schools are not aware of them. They don't have a community center approach, and this is what is going to help retain those students in their school.
Another question for you, as these students are doing these activities, so how are you keeping up engagement? Is it just based on the beginning until they, complete the application and get accepted, or can they continue doing these activities throughout? And if so, how do you keep on engagement? Do you send notifications or reminders? How does that work?
Yeah, so we're actually keeping up with engagement from notifications, push notifications. We have a leaderboard where they can compete and see who's leading. It's like a social component. Right now, we only have it built out from the beginning to application, but I love the perspective of even continuing while they're in school. But right now, we only have it built out for the beginning process.
And if it is built out for the beginning process, what is the maximum level of rewards that they can earn towards paying for college?
Yeah. So right now it's actually just based on non-tangible things like a tuition voucher, a book voucher, laptops, because as we gain more community partners, that can grow, but we're still at that early stage. So right now it's, small things, which are huge, to help with that student onboarding.
And when it comes to the partners, what are the type of partners you're looking for? Who are the partners that you want to access? And
most of our partners are actually those who want to serve first generation low income students, and their theme and mission is in alignment with college access.
Gotcha. And when it comes to, I'm also just curious too, because when it comes to like partners in terms of like a financial, I'm wondering if there's opportunity for them to add, I don't want to say donation because that's not the right word, like invest financially. Like, hey, if somebody is able to go up to this point, can they pay for a semester? Is that possible? Do you see that in the roadmap as well?
Absolutely. I would love to embed that. And that's why we're out here pitching. We successfully raised $100,000 today and will continue to grow. And that's why I'm here participating, so I can get feedback and implement those solutions.
Gotcha.
And where are you in, what stage of development are you in with the platform?
So we're in pre-seed. We actually have 3 clients that are going to be beta for the 2023-2024 school year. And that's Upward Bound, Rollins College, Junior Achievement, which is a college readiness program, and also Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida.
So currently, are you only focused on Florida at the moment, or Central Florida, Shantia?
That is right. Right now, Central Florida, because we want to pretty much prove the proof of concept, have amazing results, and then we can take over nationally.
This is a very interesting platform. I have to say, I haven't seen anything like it. I haven't come across anything like it. So that's very interesting. I have to say, I'm very excited for what you're building.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is there anything else you think might be important to share with us?
I would just say we are definitely looking for mentorship, investment, those that can help us get to the next level. So please get my contact information. And I'm super excited. I would say the $5,000 investment can help us double our impact, and it will go towards operations. So instead of us piloting with 250, we can actually onboard 500 and have more of an expansion.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
No worries. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Shantia. Great job. Really interesting approach. Really interesting. Really difficult problem that a lot of people are trying to solve. And the ed tech space is definitely it's definitely getting a lot of funding. So there is a lot of opportunities in that space as well. So definitely looking forward to unpack your approach and your solution and see if maybe we can the bot startup program can really help you, move forward and hit those fundraising goals as well. Now next up is going to be Equalizer, Nicole Ikomu.
Welcome.
Share screen. So will it only let me share a tab? I have mine.
You can present the whole. Let me see. I think I just saw something pop up for you.
Yeah.
You just hit present and you can share your screen. And then it might take a moment.
All right. I just did an entire screen.
There we go. I see you. Okay. So you have 3 minutes. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, go. And then I'm going to pop off and come back on once the minute is up. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
You shouldn't have to choose between your health and your dream. August 12th, 2021, I signed my first professional contract to play basketball in Malaga, Spain. I was 4 games into the season when I was sidelined with a knee injury, something that I had dealt with before. Many people have. This should have been a 2 to 3 week recovery plan, but instead I struggled with subpar treatment for 2 to 3 months. Everyone should have access to the best recovery and rehab solution, but they don't. Until now, until this. EQ1 gives our patients access to an all-inclusive, portable, convenient rehab solution. Our technology provides electrical stimulation, massage, and hot and cold therapy. All proven solutions that provide a speedy and effective recovery. Equalizer is backed by Pharrell Williams and Black Ambition team. We are in talks with NFL, NBA, and WNBA professionals. We are patent pending and gearing up for the FDA process. I am Nikki Ikamu, the founder of Equalizer. You shouldn't have to choose between your health and your dream. And with EQ1, you won't.
So Nikki, help me understand the details of your product. Exactly how does the product work?
Yes, I actually have it here with me. So if you're familiar with the TENS unit or if you're not, so basically electrical stimulation is a therapy that is widely used. And so as an athlete and a user, what I've noticed is that there are certain gaps in the market, right? And so you usually have to do TENS and ice and grab an ice bag or grab a hot pack. So what we did was we created this convenient solution to embed all of that into one all-inclusive portable device.
Okay, so it does all of those different things, what the TENS does, what the heat does, and what the cold does.
Yep.
Okay, and clearly you've got a prototype.
Yes.
So what results have, as we speak. Sorry, my watch decided to speak to me. What results? Sure, I understand. What results have you received from your early treatment?
Absolutely. So I actually had a successful beta test with the women's basketball team at FSU. And so I was able to do sort of this informal testing with them to just see how they interacted with the device and sort of had them help me develop from an athletic standpoint. Although I am an athlete, this is my product. I don't want any bias sort of in it. So I did go to them and say, hey, help me sort of design this. What would you use? What do you need, et cetera? And that's how we got the prototype.
Nikki, do you have any data related to like improvements with recovery or results that can be attributed to the use of the device?
So right now what we're doing is we're just doing the research around electric stimulation, massage, contrast therapy. Our product is actually, it has to go undergo FDA test, the FDA process. So formally, I cannot put it on anyone and tell them that it can make them feel better. I can't make those claims. But through the data that's already out there from electrical stimulation and all the different modalities, just putting it into a device to make it convenient for the users, we're expecting that to bring back great results.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry if I missed this, but who is your team made up of aside from yourself?
So that's Twan Capehart. He actually, Dr. Twan Capehart, he is the CTO of the company. And so he helped me put this, package this therapeutic device all together.
Gotcha. And then for you, what does the, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kyrie. I was about to say for you, what does the roadmap look like? What's the roadmap look like? What are going to be your next steps moving forward?
Absolutely. So actually in a few days, we're going to open our pre-seed funding. We've been in talk with domestic suppliers, and for the FDA process and the 510K and et cetera, they have to be certain type of suppliers that have different certifications. So we've been in talks with them just regarding product development to get us through that, to get us some more prototypes for our actual go-to-market version, as well as get us through that 510K process.
Nikki, what do you anticipate that these devices are going to sell for?
Yeah, so we're actually wanting to sell them for $300. So we were looking at a manufacturer in China, but we wanted to bring that domestically. And fortunate enough for us, one of our domestic manufacturers, they have a plant in that China area. So we will be able to sell the device for that $300 and have a good profit margin.
And what do you anticipate your profit margin's going to be?
Yeah, so landed right now, we're about $23 to $24 landed for one unit. So the profit margin is going to be between that 90% for sure.
And who would be some key partners for you as you try to expand this, as you try to grow this? What are the type of partners you're looking for?
Absolutely. So from my perspective, someone that you don't have to know the athletic world, but understand the health tech and med tech area. As I mentioned, we do have to go through that FDA process. So someone who's willing to be patient with us and for us.
Sorry.
Nope, you're good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you so much,
Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki. Great job. As someone who was in the hardware space, the software space, it's a tricky space to be in. As we know, investors love software. So, but I love the approach, love the product. As a ball player, I'm using the therapy guns, and we need something better. So, so love what you're doing, and hopefully we can talk, as you attend some of the bot startup events, and maybe the program might make sense for you. But because there is a lot of synergy with what we've seen with a lot of other founders that are going to be part of the program as well. So that could help in terms of your rollout, if that makes sense. Okay, so moving on, and hopefully I'm on point because Sophia's looking at me funny. So next up is Latasha Hawk of, I'm going to get it right, Paleco Healthcare Solutions. Paeco,
yes.
Paeco.
Yes.
Welcome, Latasha.
Thank you.
Showtime.
Thank you. Just looking to share my screen.
Okay. And again, everyone, if you have any like additional questions, you want to make some commentary, please post within the platform that you are attending in, and we have someone in the comments that's going to be helping out.
Sorry.
Okay. You might just have to just share your screen.
Okay.
Versus holding the slides.
Okay. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we're gonna have you set for 3 minutes to pitch, and then I'll come back on 30 seconds prior just to give you that warning and to get you to the judges, okay?
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi, my name is Latasha. I'm founder of Paeco Healthcare Solutions. Home healthcare is complicated. When I started as I've been an occupational therapist for over 26 years, and 12 years I worked in home health. The transition from home health to from inpatient to home health was complicated. It required a lot for me to transition to change from completing an OT evaluation and now having to learn the OASIS assessment, which is Medicare's standardized assessment to help determine patients' needs, reimbursements, and the incentive pay. When in inpatient rehab, it was easy to just walk over to a nurse or a therapist and be able to share with them and collaborate on the patient care. However, in home health, I'm responsible for calling the nurse or the therapist and collaborating with them, as well as documenting in the patient chart. Fast forward a couple of years, now I'm area rehab director, and I have to train over 300 nurses, therapists, and managers on the same complicated Medicare process. I am sitting in the office and I'm thinking there has to be a better way to do this, because the goal is for us to make sure that we give quality patient care, that the clinicians are supported, and that the agencies are viable. So I created Paeco Healthcare Solutions to do just that. It's a B2B SaaS application that streamlines the documentation. It helps with collaborative communication among the clinicians, also streamlines training, and it bridges the gap created by the EMR systems. Currently, the total available market that is available to me is $897 million, with the total service available market being $502 million. This is based on agencies that have a 3.5 or less star rating. Currently, we use a subscription and fee-based assessment, a consumption-based assessment model. That includes tiered pricing and also a monthly access fee. What have I accomplished to this point? I know with all my nervousness, it may not show, but I have been on doing this for 3 years.
Time.
Oops. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 5 minutes starting now.
Hi, Latasha.
Hi.
So I want to get a little bit more clarity on the solution. You said it streamlines documentation, it streamlines training. How? And sort of what documentation, what training? How does the tool work?
Yes. So Medicare has, there are some processes that are completed that needs to be completed, which includes the OASIS assessment, which is a standardized assessment to be completed by the clinicians. So what the application will do is take the nuanced and the standardized training and put it together and make it easier with the logic to help the clinicians to answer to assess the patients accurately. And the reason why this is important is because the Medicare uses these assessment questions to determine what the patient's reimbursement rate is and the incentive pay and the quality of care for each of those patients.
Okay. Sorry. How is it making it easier? I think
it's making it easier because currently the nurses and therapists have to talk in isolation. We have to facilitate that. And it's a lot of training to make sure that the nurses and therapists understand the nuances, because the intention of the application is for it to be discipline neutral. A nurse in New York or a nurse in Georgia all should be able to answer the questions in the same way. So the application brings all of that information to the patient's home, whereas currently now all of the training, assessments, everything is done after the fact. This makes it easier because I'm putting it in the therapist's hands and they can use it while they're with the patient.
So what I'm hearing you say, Latasha, is that it is time saving. It is actually making the collection of the data more accurate, and therefore these home healthcare agencies are improving their chance of reimbursement from Medicare. Would that be correct?
That is correct.
And what sort of percentage loss, if you like, currently do home healthcare agencies suffer from in terms of the amount of reimbursement that they don't receive?
Well, currently an agency can lose on average about $241,000 a year, but that is in the manager's time. The other times it's difficult to assess because there are a lot of clinicians that work after hours, and it's labor intensive to capture the assessments to make sure they're accurate. Like for me and some of my peers, it would take our whole 60-hour week to be able to make sure that these assessments are done correctly.
So does this platform actually create a foolproof method of being able to collect that information?
Yes, it does. Okay. And it saves time with both for the managers. They don't have to do the intensive chart reviews, and also for labor intensive training to make sure that the clinicians understand it.
And just for clarity, right? So it's the agencies that would have to purchase this subscription overall, right? And are they paying per seat for the healthcare agents that are going to be on it, or how does that work?
So it will be the agencies that will subscribe to it. Mm-hmm. And it would be a per usage model. So they will be paying per assessment. There's about 18 million assessments completed a year. So the agencies will pay based on their usage of the application, not necessarily for the clinicians that use it.
Okay. And then another question too, because this world is kind of new to me. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding, right? So before this, these healthcare agents, they would go home and try to complete this type of work. But you're saying that, hey, while you're at the patient's home right now, you can literally pull this up and fill it out. Is it also mobile based, or is it just, desktop and stuff?
It's Windows, iOS, and Android based. Yes.
Okay. And then you were talking a little bit about your accomplishments to date. Okay. So it's been discovery interviews so far, but nothing in implementation yet.
We're looking to launch in 3 months, and our goal is to be able to secure at least 6 agencies by the end of the year. We do have a patent pending on the application now. We do have a non-functional mock-up that we're using for demos.
All right, we are now at time. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
You're on mute.
So, I think it's important for all of us to remember how difficult a lot of what these founders are doing. And that, as you can see over time, as she started to answer the questions, we can see that like the expertise is there. So that's part of what is important so that we can support founders, is helping them with their messaging, helping them with their approach, helping them with their metrics. So really interesting approach, and that space really needed. It's unbelievable what care providers are going through in terms of administrative tasks. And so that's definitely an area in health tech that is ripe for disruption as well. So great work. Now, looks like we're down to our final presenter. The name of the company is Concord, and this is Robert/Bobby Dyer. So welcome, Bobby. And
hello.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, welcome. So you could just present your screen to us and I'll get it loaded for you.
Thank you. Can you see it?
Yes, there it goes, coming through. All right, so you have 3 minutes to give your pitch. I'll come in at the 10-second mark and let you know when to stop. All right.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm an aircraft mechanic and currently a student at UCF studying computer engineering. Today, I'm here to present our platform, Concord. Concord is an AI-assisted travel itinerary and digital reward platform. Have you ever come across exciting places and activities to do while planning your trip, only to lose track of them? Do you find yourself feeling overwhelmed when trying to find activities that align with your interest in your trip? Well, say hello to a stress-free travel planning experience with Concord. Through our research, we discovered that travelers often avoid creating itineraries due to hassle involved. Even when they do save bookmarks of their favorite places, these bookmarks are not organized, making it difficult for them to find later on. Additionally, businesses encounter trouble in maintaining customer loyalty, despite being promoted by influencers. The traditional advertising methods often fall short in retaining customer engagement, leaving businesses in search of more efficient ways to connect their audience. Concord is the solution for these travel planning and customer engagement challenges because of it. Concord is the solution to the travel planning and customer engagement challenges because of its innovative features and advanced technology. For travelers, Concord analyzes your bookmarks and preferences, creating personalized itineraries and tailored to your unique interests. So no more disorganized planning or missed opportunities. Concord ensures a seamless and enjoyable travel planning experience. Our features include an AI-assisted travel itinerary, a digital passport that collects NFTs from businesses and loyalty points as you explore new places, all ensuring secure transactions through a blockchain technology, a messaging system that allows you to share itineraries with friends and communicate with businesses, and a mapping system that allows you to adjust your itinerary based on distance. For businesses, Concord provides an efficient advertising platform to reach and engage with travelers by utilizing QR codes, NFTs, blockchain technology, and a loyalty point system. Businesses can distinguish themselves on the competitive digital market. So our business model includes two portions, businesses and travelers. For businesses, we have an initial fee and a quarterly maintenance fee. And for travelers, our platform is free with a quarterly subscription fee. Our mission is to build a strong connection between businesses and travelers like you, enhancing your journey from start to finish. Currently, you see our portion of our prototype. Here you see, after you engage with our AI assistant and it becomes familiar with you, you're able to scroll through our platform and get accustomed with the businesses in your establishment. Here you see a restaurant page. You're able to go through the page, go through the menu. It provides videos and feedback from your local influencers as well, so you can have a great gist of the platform.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to set the 5-minute timer now.
Great job, Bobby.
Thank you.
I think the idea is great. My first question is about your feelings about your ability to scale. What do your tech team look like, and how confident are you in your ability to scale?
So currently, I'm a UX UI designer, and I'm working with one of my friends who is a computer science. We're developing the app. This is the prototype that we made. We're looking for local developers to help launch. We're currently in the prototyping stage. We also have a couple of businesses that we're recording to be on a prototype, and we're also beta testing as well.
Okay, so it's you and your co-founder. You guys are both students, and he's a computer science major?
Yes, and I also have on my team we have a CMO, Chief Marketing Operator. Her name is Candace Johnson. She goes to FAMU currently.
Okay, nice.
What sort of conversations have you been having, Bobby, with the types of businesses that you would want to be advertising on here, to understand why they would pick you over, some of the other travel platforms that are out there?
So the reason why they'll choose us over them is because we're giving them a platform to express themselves. Each page is designed by a UX UI designer, and we're giving them an NFT to give to their customers. So an NFT is a non-fungible token, also known as digital ledger technology. You're able to create a piece of art, give it to your customer, and keep their information in that piece of art. So every time they come to you, you'll remember their order or remember what they got last time. So there's no more confusion of who you are. It's more of, all right, welcome back.
Okay, so to answer my question, the conversations that you've had with these companies, they're ready to sign up and be part of your platform?
Oh, yes. So we're filming one company at the current moment. It's called Abstract Orlando. It's a painting company near iDrive.
Okay, thank you.
And have you also been having conversations with the users that you're going after, the travelers that you're going after, to kind of understand, what exactly they're looking for when it comes to like making their travel arrangements and stuff like that?
Absolutely. We've been pushing out surveys, and including once we're done with this presentation, I'll drop a survey in the chat. We talk to our we appreciate the feedback of every traveler because this platform is for them.
And also, oh, sorry, I think Kyrie, you're going to say something?
Oh, go ahead, Kathleen.
And also too, when it comes to the platform in terms of like, I know it's still in prototype. How do you see it working? Is it that, okay, I create my profile and then based on my profile, I select the things that I want. And if I say, hey, I want to go to like Boston, then based on the things that I want, that's what will come up, correct? Or am I?
Correct.
Okay.
So Concord is tailored to you. Once you are engaged with our AI, it will understand you and it will promote businesses or events catered to you. So everything you're seeing on your feed is something you'll enjoy. Once you bookmark it, it'll go into a bookmark selection. And then once you create your itinerary, our AI will create our itinerary for you. So and you'll be able to adjust it based on your needs.
And when it comes to the businesses that you're going to be onboarding, will it at first be a freemium model for them first so they can just get the feel of it and see how they're interacting with it and how, the customers are interacting with them? Or what are your thoughts on how you're onboarding them?
So it's not going to be, for businesses, it's not going to be free, but it's going to be at a very low cost.
And what's the incentive for the businesses again at the stage where the marketplace hasn't been built yet?
So the incentive is we're giving you a place to actually promote yourself. If you look at most Instagram or TripAdvisor, they're not promoting themselves fully. Here, you're able to have a platform, your own app, where you're able to create your own UI page, a lot of creativity, and you're also giving an NFT to your customer. Now you have something to give your customer regards of NFTs and loyalty points to your customers. So the purpose is once you use your loyalty points, you build your loyalty with the business, you're able to use those same loyalty points in every business on the platform.
So Bobby, what is, with all of the conversations that you've had with these businesses, what is the problem that they've articulated to you that you are solving for them?
Customer loyalty. So most businesses, they see that they have influencers come promote their business, get a few here highs, they get a few engagements, and then they never come back. With Concord, you'll be able to.
Thank you, Bobby.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bobby's presentation also highlights what we hear a lot about from a lot of founders in Central Florida, is that the need for tech help. I think that's something that we've heard that from a number of founders here today, and also that's part of what needs to be addressed as well. It's a very cool approach to travel. As someone who likes to travel, being able to have this AI-powered assistant, it could really help with when you're in certain areas that you're really unfamiliar with. So really interesting, and hoping that we can have some more conversation with Bobby as well. So that is all of our presenters. If I'm reading Sophia's face correctly, so we've gotten through all of the presenters. I think that at this point, the next step is going to be, we're going to have a 10-minute intermission. And at the same time, the judges are going to deliberate, and we're going to announce our winners. So while the intermission is happening, I believe that we're going to have a quick video to really discuss and just kind of highlight Bot's mission. And from there, we'll have some conversation, answer some questions. If anything else pops up while the judges are deliberating, then we can kind of go from there. Anything you want to add, Sophia?
No, yes. If all the judges can please exit the stage and head over to the link provided to you. I'm going to get our video started. But yes, thank you guys for standing with us and hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate everyone. And yeah, we're just loving all of the comments that are flowing in. So please, if you have any more questions that you want to ask, or you just want to put your 2 cents about something, so please drop them in the comments so that we can definitely read them when we come back from the intermission for a quick Q&A. All right.
I was an educator for 14 years. I taught science and engineering. And so I bounced around from being a science teacher to then an engineering teacher. And then I started working with the career and technical education department, helping students to become career ready. For me, I just think I was looking, for something different. And I've always been interested in technology. I just didn't know how to get my foot in the door and what area of technology, because technology is huge. So that was something else that I was thankful for with BOT, is it kind of helped me to hone in on one specific area of technology and then help me to get there.
How has getting this Salesforce administration changed your life? What are you up to right now?
It has changed my life 100%. I never would have envisioned being where I am today. I reskilled, became a Salesforce administrator with the help of BOT. I became a BOT instructor. I actually taught a Salesforce administration training course. So now I'm actually working at Salesforce in the partner talent programs on that team, specifically as the Salesforce Talent Alliance. What I get to do now is on a larger scale, I'm helping people to get their first role within the Salesforce ecosystem. I was an educator for 14 years. I taught science and engineering. And so I bounced around from being a science teacher to then an engineering teacher. And then I started working with the career and technical education department, helping students to become career ready. For me, I just think I was looking, for something different. And I've always been interested in technology. I just didn't know how to get my foot in the door and what area of technology, because technology is huge. So that was something else that I was thankful for with BOT, is it kind of helped me to hone in on one specific area of technology and then help me to get there.
How has like getting this Salesforce administration like change your life? What are you up to right now?
It has changed my life 100%. I never would have envisioned being where I am today. I reskilled, became a Salesforce administrator with the help of bot. I became a bot instructor. I actually taught a Salesforce administration training course. So now I'm actually working at Salesforce in the partner talent programs on that team, specifically as the Salesforce Talent Alliance. What I get to do now is on a larger scale, I'm helping people to get their first role within the Salesforce ecosystem.
Hi, everyone. Again, great job. Congrats to all the presenters. I hope you guys and gals appreciated the quick video on bot, on what bot is, what bot's mission is. That video was primarily focused on bot's upskilling program, which is called Bot Talent, and what bot is looking to do. Just like with startups, bot wants to showcase and highlight and support the talent from underrepresented groups as well. So that's the same mission, twofold. And today, we have that the tech is bringing us here today. These startups are bringing us here today. So just again to kind of give you an appetizer, a teaser, just a taste of where bot's going. I know that bot has a lot of fans. And bot has done a lot of work in Central Florida. What we're looking to do is to bring some more fresh air and some resources, some help. So the bot startup program is going to be just that. There's going to be resources, it's going to be events, it's going to be programming, it's going to be information, it's going to be connections. And like you hear from a lot of these founders, they're looking for resources for help. And again, I want to really congratulate as a founder, as a three-time founder. I know that it's difficult, especially in tech. I know that it's difficult to even build a prototype while you're doing your full-time job, while you're learning. So you should be proud. I understand being nervous. It's all good. We all been there. But the idea too behind the pop-up and pitch is that I think the founder of Bot, Josh, he said, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And this is what we're talking about. This is part of the crucible and this is part of the journey. So it's okay. You're brave to come up and pitch and show the world what you've been working on, in your silos. But now you're not alone. So again, I like to reiterate that because it's important that us founders understand that. And the bot startup program is going to put a lot of things together to do that. And also just to highlight the partnership with KoFound. Again, KoFound is what we call a real-time peer-to-peer founder-led venture studio. And what that means is that this is a group of founders that are helping other founders solve a lot of solutions, solve a lot of problems by coming up with a lot of solutions, share, collaborate, share resources, and also come up with a lot of structure. I think, what I got from a lot of the pitches, we see that there's a need for structure. And I'm sure that the founders would agree as well. And being able to find access to that structure, being able to get a better sense of how to articulate your message, how to be concise, how to be clear, how to cut down on the decks, also how to, and also being able to quantify what you're doing as well, your venture as well. That's something that, along the journey that we've learned, me and my other co-founder, J.U. Francois, same last name, no relation, but that's my dog. We talk a lot about that. We talk about also the journey, that the journey is different for people that come from certain backgrounds. So we have to acknowledge that. And we have to also understand that it's also an advantage as well. So depending on what you can do with limited resources, when you do have the right resource and right access, you can do a lot of things. Like the great Future once said, you can just F up some commas if some of you get it. So that's kind of where we're trying to get to. That's where we're gonna get to. Again, if there's any questions, feel free to put some questions in the chat that I can answer while the judges are doing their thing. But again, I really appreciate you being part of this journey and being there to support a lot of these founders. And again, we're looking forward to bringing more of everything, more of us, more of the resources, more of a bot startup, and more some events as well. So again, if there's any questions, feel free to reach out. In the meantime, I'm gonna just check in with Sophia and just kind of see like where we are in terms of the judges. Oh, if she can't hear me, then we're just gonna hang out. All right. So, all right. Do you look background on me? So we can just do that. My name is Joel Francois. We'll start from the beginning again. I'm multiple founder. My background was in finance. I started my company Helios Power. Now working with Bot to really help Bot expand its mission. So I'm really happy to be able to be part of this program, be part of this organization. And again, like I said, I think Bot has a lot of resources, a lot of access, and I think there's a lot that we can do. And it doesn't, I know it's Black Orlando Tech, but you don't have to be just Black. So it's all good, whatever race, color, gender, whatever denomination, whatever you represent as, you qualify as, you can feel free to come in and participate as well. Looks like we have a question from Leon Ashby. And when's the next in-person event? I believe that's going to be in a couple of days. I don't have the schedule in front of me, Leon, so I appreciate you asking that question. I will let Sophia come in and let us know. In terms of the startup events, the goal is to have the first startup event in October, if we're talking specifically about that. And there's going to be a lot of updates in terms of what that's going to look like. It's not going to be the normal startup event, but it's going to be an opportunity for Bot to help spark a lot of innovation, a lot of connections, and a lot of startups and ventures as well. So that's a lot of what the direction is going to look like in terms of what these events are going to look like. And then the idea is going to be that these events are going to happen. Right now, the plan is for them to be bi-weekly. So we'll see what the reception is like. We'll see what the needs are. And just to add to it, if there are, it looks like Wednesday the 23rd, August 23rd. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for the update. So for anyone who wants to attend and be part and to start to mingle and get to know people within Bot, within the space, August 23rd is going to be the next event. And so come on down, hang out. This is a new Bot. This is a new vibe. This is a new flow. So come be part of it, because we also need you as well, and we also need your input as well. Looks like I have a question from Nikki. Yes, so there are going to be more virtual opportunities as well. We're all part of the Bot Startup program is going to have a virtual component. So if you can't attend in person, we'll be able to reach out and connect with us virtually as well. So I think the number one thing that I can say right now is that everybody should be part of the email list for Bot if you're not already. So get on board. I think that's probably going to be where you're going to get a better sense of like where we're going. We have a couple of surprises that we're working on. So until we have the final okays, we're going to make some pretty big announcements in that space as well. So I guess I can just talk about starters and startups, I should say, because that's what I like. That's why I'm here, and also founders in their journey. Again, like we talked about, it's very difficult to do what you've just done. So you should be very proud, and your friends and relatives and family and partners should be very proud as well. But just to let you know that, as you're moving forward and as you're learning, you're going to get better. I think that's a big part of the process and the journey. A lot of the fear and nervousness comes from a lack of knowledge. And the more that you learn and the more experiences that you have, the stronger you're going to be as a founder. And the other thing I definitely would also recommend is you want to be a sponge. So all of these tech founders that were on here, you guys have already done a lot of work, even part of the audience as well. What we recommend is that you have to be open-minded, you have to be a sponge, you have to be willing to adapt and listen. You're never too old to listen, and you're never too smart to listen as well. So that's another big component of what it takes to be a tech startup founder. And you have to be able to go into uncomfortable situations, because a lot of times that you're going to be a unique personality in that environment, but you have to be okay with that, because once people get to know, like, and trust you, you'll be surprised what, the amount of doors that can open up for you as well. So that's also part of the advice that I like to give potential startup founders, especially in tech. And the idea too is that, we really want to help you build scalable, high growth companies as well. So the idea is to be able to get you out of your comfort zone. The idea is to be able to put the resource in front of you that you can think bigger. You can think billions, hundreds of millions, because it's there. The resources are there. It's just that the steps in the process need to be put in place. And also you just need to also, I think, if we listen to a lot of what Kyrie was asking, he asked a lot about team, and that was really poignant. You need a team. You need, you don't want to. It's a very difficult journey to be by yourself. So as you progress through the journey, it's important to really find people that you can work with, that you trust, that can fill a lot of holes that you don't have, because a lot of us, we have holes that we need to fill as founders, and it's also important to find that balance as well. So it's important right now to start thinking about that. And it can be friends, it can be colleagues, it can be somebody on LinkedIn, somebody that you don't even know, but you can reach out to and say, hey, I'm looking to build this. You have the experience. Love to get your thoughts on this. So those are kind of some of the advice things that I like to give. That's part of like what we do at KoFound. That's part of what we're going to be doing, and with Bot Startup. It's really opening the door and really kind of getting a sense of like what's really coming for you as being a founder. Any other questions? Because I'm going on, and I can go all day. So I don't want to be doing that to your ears. So if anybody wants to have any questions, feel free to jump in.
So the judges are now just wrapping up. Thank you so much for all those questions that you guys asked. He did a great job. Let's give him a round of applause to him for helping us out there.
Thank you.
So yeah, the judges are wrapping up. So the next steps is they are going to come back online, and they're going to announce who our 3 winners are in regards to tier 1, or place 1, 2, and 3. So we're just going to give them a couple more moments. I do apologize for the delay for them to get back over to us. So in the meantime, you're more than welcome to just take a moment to yourself, and we'll just come back when they're ready.
And before you go, Sophia, too, and I want to add that fat shout out to Sophia Porter. She is the backbone of what has happened here today, and really the backbone of Bot. Started working with her just recently, and yeah, guys, I have no idea what she's doing behind the scenes. So really, like, this would never been able to happen without Sophia. So again, thank you, and thanks for the rest of the Bot team as well. Because other than that, I don't know what we'd be doing. We'll just be chilling in the corner right now at a barbershop talking about companies. So great job.
Yes. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to put up a quick screensaver, and we'll be right back once I get all the judges back in the room. Please stay tuned.
I was an educator for 14 years. I taught science and engineering. And so I bounced around from being a science teacher to then an engineering teacher. And then I started working with the career and technical education department, helping students rather to become career ready. For me, I just think I was looking, for something different, and I've always been interested in technology. I just didn't know how to get my foot in the door and what area of technology, because technology is huge. So that was something else that I was thankful for with BOT, is it kind of helped me to hone in on one specific area of technology and then help me to get there.
How has getting this Salesforce administration changed your life? What are you up to right now?
It has changed my life 100%. I never would have envisioned being where I am today. I reskilled, became a Salesforce administrator with the help of BOT. I became a BOT instructor. I actually taught a Salesforce administration training course. So now I'm actually working at Salesforce in the partner talent programs on that team, specifically as a Salesforce Talent Alliance. What I get to do now is on a larger scale, I'm helping people to get their first role within the Salesforce ecosystem. I was an educator for 14 years. I taught science and engineering. And so I bounced around from being a science teacher to then an engineering teacher. And then I started working with the career and technical education department, helping students rather to become career ready. For me, I just think I was looking, for something different. And I've always been interested in technology. I just didn't know how to get my foot in the door and what area of technology, because technology is huge. So that was something else that I was thankful for with BOT, is it kind of helped me to hone in on one specific area of technology and then help me to get there.
How has getting this Salesforce administration changed your life? What are you up to right now?
It has changed my life 100%. I never would have envisioned being where I am today. I reskilled, became a Salesforce administrator with the help of BOT. I became a BOT instructor. I actually taught a Salesforce administration training course. So now I'm actually working at Salesforce in the partner talent programs on that team, specifically as a Salesforce Talent Alliance. What I get to do now is on a larger scale, I'm helping people to get their first role within the Salesforce ecosystem.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. We have our judges. They are all joining back. I'm just waiting on 2 more to get on in here. But again, thank you so much for your patience. We really appreciate everyone coming out tonight, especially on a Thursday night at 7 o'clock. We just really thankful for you guys for watching in and joining us. Okay, I'm waiting on one more judge. Waiting on one more to show, and then we'll get started. The major event. Okay. All right, guys, the floor is yours.
Us? Sorry, I just
Yes.
jumped on. Okay, so I will go in reverse order, and what I'll do is I'll announce each winner, and then each of us will say a couple of points as to what we enjoyed about the presentation and maybe give some constructive feedback, and we'll go 3, 2, 1. Okay. So our third place winner, drum roll, is Build Up. So yeah. So we thought Build Up. We understood what the problem to be solved was, and we understood the path from the solution to the problem. One thing that we all kind of shared was that the solution is labor intensive, it's tech intensive, is going to require a large amount of coordination, a very talented team. And one thing that we thought is worth thinking about is how to demonstrate in future pitches, demonstrate that there is in fact a demand on the side of the users. The value proposition for the business owners is more clear, but on the side of the users, what's going to drive the demand there? But the third place winner is Build Up.
So a couple of comments from me. Well, well done. I think that my constructive suggestions would be to try and make the presentation a lot more simple. And to Kyrie's point, it really is about being able to validate the problem that is being solved for both groups of people that you are going to be working with, and really understanding what has come out of your customer discovery. And I would encourage you to understand that customer discovery is not sending out surveys. It is actually having real life conversations with people to actually understand the depth and breadth of the pain points that are being experienced by your customers.
I definitely say I enjoyed your presentation, but like Dawn says, like just really to like keep it simple, especially for people outside who may not necessarily understand, right? And also too, I would say one more thing is it would be great if you can kind of showcase what that user journey would look like, especially on the side of the business that you're onboarding. What does that look like for them? So therefore we, us, the viewers, can get a better idea. But overall, I love the vision that you're going for.
Congrats. Okay, our second place winner is Concord. So I'll say what I loved about the idea. I love how instantly recognizable the problem is. Anyone who has traveled leisurely or for any other reason understands the problem of going to different travel sites and trying to aggregate on your own activities and not knowing what to trust and how to keep track of them and how to organize them. But the problem was instantly recognizable. My constructive feedback would be that I think the overall value proposition could be simplified to just that, this idea of a really well working, really well executed AI aggregating your interests based on how you're engaging with the app and presenting them to you. I think that's a huge value proposition. And I would even go so far as to say that lubricating the access to the platform for the businesses would be a great idea early on, rather than figuring out ways to charge them or make them pay at a time when the incentive is lower for them because the platform doesn't exist yet. But getting as many businesses onboarded to the platform as much as possible so that you can extract value from your real target addressable market, which is anyone who travels, I think would be a great way to think about this and would maximize your, not only your pace, but also your scalability. But I thought it was a great idea, especially so early on and by a group of college students. I thought it was great. So congratulations, guys, Dawn and Kathleen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I would echo that as well. I think that for a group of college students to actually understand the problem the way that you did is really great. I spent the first 10 years of my career in the travel industry, so I understand it really well. And I didn't vote for you just because I've actually traveled on Concorde. I love the name too. So, but I would, again, I would echo, try and keep your presentation really simple. I would love to have seen, it's travel. People love travel. They get emotionally engaged when they see phenomenal photographs. I would like to have seen your presentation with really high quality, spectacular photographs and lose all the words. So we as human beings cannot read and listen at the same time. And the more that you put words up on the screen, the less we're listening to you. And you are the ones that have got the passion and the interest. And we should be listening to you and not reading what's on the screen. But you know, that's an easy change. And I would agree completely with all of the other things that Kyrie said.
I definitely second that. Kyrie and Don, they've said it all. So I definitely agree with the both of them on this matter. So congratulations, Bobby. And also, too, the one thing that just came up in my mind, I hope that you're a college student and your co-founders are college students, which is really great. And I hope you're interviewing them as well in terms of like your user discovery journey. That would be an easy base right there. Whether if they're traveling to another city in Florida, it doesn't matter. You want to know what they're thinking and how they're looking for these different activities to do.
Awesome. And before we announce the number one winner, I just want to say one of the consistent themes that we all reported when we were deliberating across all of the presentations is there could have been a little bit more clarity in terms of the solution for the problem. Particularly when you're in the idea stage, it's incredibly important that within the first few seconds of your investor listening to you, they not only recognize the problem, but they understand the solution, and it hits them almost like an aha moment where it has this compelling effect. And you want to communicate that clearly within the first few seconds, particularly when you haven't done enough to really have a track record yet. That's especially important. So that's one of the things that was global feedback for everyone, but we thought that the three winners did a good job of. So the number one winner overall of the pitch competition is college.
Wait, say
college
again,
driver.
Kyrie. Woo! College driver.
Good job. Good job. This is another one where, again, because of the average stage of development for the startups in the competition, we heavily weighed the efficacy of the idea and the clear communication of the idea and how it tied to the solution. And this is one that was very apparent to us. I know I personally am a person who would not have gone to college at all had it not been for my school being hyper-focused on walking us through the application process. So the barrier is a very clear and present danger to a lot of students. And the approach that existed at the time when I was graduating high school was not streamlined, was not sophisticated, was not tech enabled. It was a bunch of people doing their best. So this kind of solution is very clear. And we thought the presentation was well done, very well prepared, and congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I've seen Shantir present a few times before, and Shantir, it just gets better each time. I think for me, my encouragement would be just remember that when you've only got 3 minutes, really cut down your presentation so that you're hitting the real high points and being able to highlight the value proposition for each one of the customer groups that are going to, so whether it's your users or whether it's your paying customers, what are the value propositions and the benefits for each of them? And you've got such a compelling story to tell. I would like to be able to see that experience and that journey for the benefits.
And Shantia, I love the problem that you're solving for. I think it's really exciting the way that you're going about doing it. I know this platform is just really up until people complete the application, but I can't wait to see, the other events that you add on that user journey, whether it be like, hey, sign up to major in this and, do that, or whatever it may be, just to get people, because, a lot of people go to school, but sometimes people don't stay in school. So how can we encourage them to also stay in school? What are the other things that they can be doing on this platform? So I would recommend that you kind of think about that on how to keep people engaged on the platform, because once they're on the platform, they've done that. Okay, do they leave? No, we want to retain them, keep them on. So I would definitely advise you think about how do you keep them on and keep them engaged. But I'm excited for what you'll be doing. So thank you again and congratulations.
Thanks, Kathleen. And last point, we wanted to make clear that we thought everyone did an excellent job. I think a lot of the difference maker happened to be how well sculpted the pitch was for the format today. There was a short amount of time, and we could tell that there was a lot of valuable information and a lot of expertise that did not get said in the format. So that's something that we wanted to make sure everybody kept in mind for next time. But great job.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna bring on our winners just one last time, just so they could just express their gratitude to you guys, and if you have any other questions.
Yes, I was over here screaming. Nobody did. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's been a long journey, and so I'm super excited to bring this to fruition.
Great job. Congratulations to all of you. All of you. Great work.
Yeah, really. Absolutely. It's really hard to actually to get your message across in 3 short minutes. So the fact that you guys did that was commendable. So well done.
I want to say congratulations to the other founders, and I appreciate the feedback from you judges. I mean, it's invaluable, and I'll be able to take that and definitely use it to sharpen up my pitch.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity to express our businesses and our passions on this platform. This is very nerve-wracking, but I do appreciate the opportunity to just express our dreams. To all the other businesses that didn't make it, keep going. This is like my 6th pitch competition, and it's my first one actually winning. So it just takes time and trial and error every time. So this is an opportunity. L's make M's. Remember that. So thank you again, guys. And also, if you in the comments is a survey, I'd appreciate you guys fill it out so we can get your travel interest. It's to help build the platform Concord as well.
Good job, Bobby. That's how you gotta be as a founder. Get your business out there as much as you can. Great job, everyone. It really is. It's not easy. The format is like that on purpose because it's gonna make you sharper. It's gonna make you more concise and more to the point. Make you focus on what's important, because that's what you want to happen when you're walking down the street or you go into Starbucks and you have an opportunity to talk to somebody that could change the direction of your business. So great job. And I want to add to everybody, there's no losers here. This was a format that this was who performed best. But let's just keep staying in touch and be part of the community with Bot Startup. And we're gonna help you. You're not alone. We're not just sending you on your way with a big check. But the big thing is gonna be that we're gonna provide a lot more in the upcoming couple of weeks and months as well.
All right. Yes, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much. We don't want to keep you past 8 o'clock. We want to give you back the rest of your evening. But thank you to our lovely judges for hanging out with us and really just giving really great feedback. So hand claps for them. Thank you so much.
Great job, judges.
All of our participants, our winners. Congratulations again. And yes, very well said. This is not the end. Keep going. And with Bot, we have so many different programs coming up in the next 12 months. And I'm just so excited to share all of that with you along with our community and our team. So we are working on a lot of great things to really help you guys get on the map and get where you need to be. All right. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please follow us online. Please send us some messages, reach out to us. Don't be strangers. We are here to support you and help you here in this community. But thank you guys again for a great night. And if anyone has any last minute things to say, go ahead. But that is a wrap.
All right, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.